2021 Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions Party Rentals, Denso, Pepsi, Pilot, and our title sponsor, Enrichment Federal Credit Union.
So our students, our graduates, asked me if I would explain some of the special notations that are in our commencement program. So beside many of the names of our graduates, you will see some special characters that are designating academic accomplishments that are recognized by the state of Tennessee and Knox County schools. Students who are graduating with distinction are those who have attained a B or better average and have completed one of the following. They've earned a national or state recognized industry certification. They've participated in at least one of the governor's schools, participated in one of the state's all-state musical organizations, been selected as a national merit finalist or semifinalist, attained a 31 or higher composite score on the ACT, attained a score of 3 or higher on at least 2 advanced placement exams, or earned 12 or more semester hours of transcripted post-secondary credit. Students who are graduating with honors are wearing gold stoles, and these are the top 10 students in our class of 2021. TriStar graduates are those who have earned a national industry certification and scored a 19 or higher on the ACT. These students are wearing silver stoles. National Honor Society students are wearing a white pendant stole. These students are chosen for scholarship, leadership, service, and character. They have maintained a 3.5 GPA or higher and have completed at least 50 hours of school or community service during each year that they are a member of National Honor Society. AP capstone diplomas are awarded to those students who earn scores of 3 or higher on the AP seminar and AP research exams, and scores of 3 or higher on 4 additional AP exams of their choosing. Students who have earned the Volunteer State Seal of Biliteracy Award are those who have met one of 7 English language criteria, all demonstrating college readiness in English, and 1 world language criteria demonstrating college level proficiency in a language other than English. And now, if you will please turn toward the dog walk and give a hand to the individuals who have prepared your child for this very special day, Bearden High School's outstanding faculty and staff. We staged them on the soccer field, and it's a far walk from the soccer field to the stadium, so they will be here soon.
of space. Parking and walking.
That's her.
Yeah.
Never pass it. We never need to throw.
How long have they been doing it at Thompson? I mean, I'm sure they didn't always do it at Thompson, but when it's a long time. Yeah.
I mean, this is more personal. I guess Thompson Bowling is easier to kind of get hard.
Yeah, in the high school in our area growing up, I mean, they always get the convention.
2021 Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions Party Rentals, Denso, Pepsi, Pilot, and our title sponsor, Enrichment Federal Credit Union.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome families, friends, staff, and the class of 2021. My name is Jackson Looney and it has been an honor serving as your senior class president. Over the course of our high school career, our class has been one of the most competitive and driven, not to mention largest in size. The class of 2021 has, however, endured a lot. We have had 3 different principals in our time at Bearden, and the COVID-19 outbreak cut our 11th grade years short and limited our senior high school experience. From countless quarantines to many students being virtual, in-class participation was at a minimal compared to other years. But the class stands out, having persevered through thick and thin to be here tonight. As the late Chadwick Boseman once said, the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. Seniors, we have been through many collective struggles in the past year and a half and have all made it out together to be here tonight. We have learned so much about ourselves throughout this time. Many of us gaining new hobbies, interests, friends, and skills over quarantine. But rather than focusing on the unfortunate events leading up to this moment, we should instead focus on the future and begin our futures today. Thank you.
Class of 2021. Throughout the last year, I imagine everyone in the audience has worried about how the effects of the pandemic would alter the legacy we leave at Bearden. My name is Katie Taylor, and as president of the senior committee, I'm honored to share with you our hard work and achievements this year, despite its uncertainties and limitations. Each year, the senior committee is tasked with leaving behind a legacy at Bearden in the form of a senior class gift. Last year's senior committee had the idea to construct an awning outside the entrance used by our special education students, who are some of the most kind and inspiring members of the BHS community. The project was unable to be immediately completed as the class of 2020's senior year was cut short. This year, we unanimously voted to pick up right where last year's class left off. Because of the pandemic, we were unable to sell chicken minis like in previous years, and we had to get a little more creative with our fundraising methods. We held Bearden's first ever Senior Sunset event and Student Food Truck Day, in addition to asking local businesses and families for donations to support the project. The senior committee for the class of 2021 raised over $7,000. And when combined with the funds raised by the class of 2020, we were finally able to purchase the awning. We are thrilled that this awning will protect our special education students from weather as they enter the building for many years to come. We would like to thank the Bearden PTSO for their donation of $500 and the Bearden Foundation for their additional support. The committee hopes this awning will be a representation of their dedicated service to Bearden High School. Speaking of service and dedication, Ashani, daughter of Mahalakshmi Krishnamurthy and Stefan Spanier, is Bearden's Salutatorian. She has studied violin for 12 years, playing at retirement homes and the Knoxville Symphony Youth Orchestra. She was even selected to play at Carnegie Hall after winning an international piano and strings competition. She was also selected to attend the 2019 Governor's School for Science and Engineering, and she is also a part of Bearden's Student Government, Key Club, Robotics Club, and Science Olympiad. During the past year, she completed economics research, leaving her on track to getting her AP Capstone Diploma. Ashani will be attending Georgia Tech in the fall as a recipient of their Stamps President's Scholarship, and she plans on majoring in industrial engineering. Please welcome to the stage, Ashani Spanier.
Good evening, class of 2021. A brief personal thank you to my parents and my sister for continuously supporting me. And on behalf of the class, a tremendous thank you to all teachers and staff for making this year as successful as it could have been. I thought I'd start by reflecting on how these last 4 years have shaped us. Because as we go on to reach for the stars, it's important that we never forget where we come from, never forget who we are. Whether it's puberty hitting you like a brick wall, or for some of us, not at all. Whether it's the highs and pitfalls you felt from changing relationships faster than we can change principles. Whether it's the long days you spent with friends and studying until 2 in the morning at your own expense. Or maybe it's hunting for a bathroom that wasn't closed. Or powering through this past year when time seemingly froze. Always remember, it was your character and values that led you here. No one's going to tell you when to run and when to sit. You now have fate in your hands, and when you walk out, you will have a clean slate in your hands. So, ask yourself, who do you want to become? What do you hope to accomplish? Where do you see yourself in 10 years and then some? As you think about this, keep in mind that your goals may be farther off than you think. We may all hope for a cakewalk, but Vince Lombardi says, on the contrary, that the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. All I can tell you is this: if you're lost, you're not alone. So use these last 4 years as a stepping stone. For a starter, take yourself to a new limit. Push yourself harder. And though it may be scary, along the way you may have to make changes where necessary. But above all, remember the friends and memories you've made. Stay true to yourself and your values, and you will find your path. I look forward to seeing what everyone does in the future and when we may meet again. But for now, Houston, the Eagle has landed, because Bearden's class of 2021, we did it.
Nathaniel Lang is the son of Jeffrey and Heather Lang. Over his 4 years, he has served leadership roles in Student Government Association, Model UN, and robotics, and was selected for the 2019 Governor's School for the scientific exploration of Tennessee heritage. He also placed in science Olympiad competitions. He conducted bioinformatics research at the University of Tennessee to earn his AP capstone diploma. He has studied violin for 8 years and played in the Knoxville Symphony Youth Orchestra. He expanded his 10-year childhood effort of Pens for a Purpose, a card writing initiative to connect with senior citizens, to Bearden High School. Nathaniel also created a neighborhood bike repair business during the pandemic. This fall, Nathaniel will study aerospace engineering at Georgia Tech. Please welcome your valedictorian, Nathaniel Lang.
Students, faculty, staff, and parents, good evening. It is a tremendous honor to stand before you as we close a chapter on one of the most memorable times in our lives. Although this is a moment of celebration, I would like to briefly memorialize the extinction of snow days, which died out with the meteor strike known as virtual learning. They will be missed. I cannot emphasize just how fortunate we are. We have earned an excellent education that truly equips us with the tools needed to deal with life. There are many responsible for getting us to this moment. Firstly, I am tremendously grateful for my parents who taught me to be fiercely independent and encouraged me to push myself at the darkest of times. Their unbroken love and support, despite my occasional obstinance, means the world to me. To the dedicated teachers, like Mrs. McKibben and Mr. Schultz, who have not only taught us academics, but valuable life lessons, I thank you. You inspired me to step out of my comfort zone and helped me to discover my passion. I am indebted to you. Class of 2021, before we conclude, I want to discuss the future. For the past 18 years, all of your efforts have been directed only to graduation. Now that it's here, I want to ask you a very important question. What comes next? We all have different journeys ahead of us. College, the military, exploration, or the workforce, but we all face the same destination, a frightening transition to the real world. In this new environment, you will be forced to determine your purpose. You will be surrounded by both passionate and apathetic people. Listen to me closely. Never settle for mediocrity. Each and every one of you here tonight possesses a unique gift. Some of you excel at coding, others at debate, research, sports, or music. Everyone has a defining talent. Combine these talents with your vision for the future, and you will be well on your way to success. Failure will come, hardships await, but when life knocks you down, get back up and persevere. Think back to your days at Bearden, when that coach encouraged you to push beyond what you thought was possible, or that time you faced an academic challenge that was conquered only by your determination and the support of a teacher. The very fact that you're sitting here tonight demonstrates your incredible grit. We have all encountered failure, but that is not what unites us. Rather, it is our bulldog tenacity. As you open the next chapter of your life, remember to take initiative and seize the moment. Class of 2021, you are unstoppable. Thank you.
Bearden Choir seniors, please come to the front.
Good evening, everyone. Or perhaps I should say, good evening, Bearden High School, as the voice behind the announcements for the very last time. My name is Ellie Ralston, and I have had the honor of serving as student body president for the 2020-2021 school year. The moment we have all been waiting for is quickly approaching. But before we walk across the stage and make the official transition from Bearden students to Bearden alumni, I would like to reflect on what that means. Throughout the past 4 years, the teachers, staff, and administration at Bearden have instilled the values of integrity, academic excellence, commitment to service, and most importantly, compassion into each and every one of us. Surrounded by people who exemplified these values, we have all been able to develop unique skills and talents that will ensure our success as we step forward in life as Bearden alumni. I am incredibly grateful for the lessons I have learned from the entire Bearden community and will forever be proud to call myself a Bearden Bulldog. When we began our high school career as bright-eyed, albeit nervous freshmen, we were lucky enough to have Mrs. Cassandra Dowd, our grade level principal, there to guide us. With the chaos of last year's abrupt end, we never got the chance to honor her before her departure from Bearden. However, she has returned tonight to close this chapter by watching us graduate. So Ms. Dowd, if you would please stand so we can thank you for all you have done for our class. We will now take a moment to honor 5 teachers who have gone above and beyond in their commitment to our school. They have risen to the challenge of choosing excellence, and in doing so have been selected by their peers as Bearden High School's Teachers of the Year. Teachers, if you would please stand as I read your names. Lauren Andraco. Tim Cathcart. Ron Rupert. Ashley Schott. And Rachel Wood. Tonight, as I become one of the newest members of the Bearden Alumni Association, I have the tremendous privilege of presenting the Alumni of the Year Award to a person who truly embodies the character of a Bearden Bulldog. Our honoree's long history of serving Bearden began the moment he stepped into the building, representing Bearden in various student government offices until his senior year, when he stepped into the role of student government president. He then went on to earn a degree from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, before starting his professional career with Hilliard Lyons Financial. Alongside his career and family, he has continued to show unwavering commitment to the Bearden community through his position on the BHS Foundation Board. In his 14 years with the foundation, he has served as treasurer for 10 years and has carried out numerous fundraisers, including phone-a-thons and golf tournaments. With his hard work, the foundation has been able to ensure that staff and students are supported and receive the financial assistance they need. In the words of his former teacher and advisor, Amy Shipley, he has always had a serving heart, one which did not go away after he graduated. It is that very spirit and commitment to Bearden that has made him an outstanding member of the Bearden alumni community. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I present the 2021 Alumni of the Year Award to Mr. Darren Welch. Unfortunately, at the last minute, Mr. Welch was unable to be with us tonight, but we thank him for his service to Bearden.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. You are simply amazing. The class of 2021 at Bearden High School, 66% of this class has earned a grade point average of 3.0 or better. 125 seniors, or 25% of the class, earned a grade point average of 4.0 or better. A total The class of 21 Bearden High School graduates will attend more than 78 different colleges in 22 different states. Congratulations, you are simply awesome. And finally, the class of 2021 has a unique record for the class of 2021 scholarship offers a total of $31.3 million scholarships. And now for a very special presentation for the class of 21, we have a unique opportunity. It's the first time in Bearden High School's history. Colonel Rick Coleman is a lifelong Knoxvillian. He graduated from West High School 50 years ago. He received his Bachelor of Science degree in Industrial Engineering from the University of Tennessee. Knoxville, where he was commissioned as a second lieutenant through the Air Force ROTC program. Would Cade Ringer please come to the stage at this time for a special presentation?
Thank you, Mr. Crockett. Come up here, Cade. I am Colonel Rick Coleman. I'm the Air Liaison Officer for the United States Air Force Academy. It's my pleasure today to represent the Air Force and my privilege to present an appointment to the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to Cade Ringer. Of the over 11,500 applicants, Cade was one of 1,200 selected for the class of 2025. Cade will join the long blue line, becoming an outstanding leader of character in this world's greatest Air Force. Cade will take part in a wide variety of programs, including flying aircraft, free fall, parachuting, competitive athletics, military training, and foreign exchange programs throughout the world. At the same time, he will be earning his Bachelor of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering and will be commissioned a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force or the United States Space Force. Graduates of the Academy have gone on to be Rhodes Scholars, Titans of Industry, politicians, generals, heroes, athletes, and astronauts. On behalf of the President of the United States, Cade Ringer is hereby appointed as a cadet in the United States Air Force Academy class of 2025. Congratulations. Cade, awesome. Thank you. So good. Thank you. That's yours. Thank you.
I have one more introduction I would like to make. Congressman Tim Burchess has joined us this evening. He is a Bearden High School graduate, 1982, so please welcome him. If you want to say, you don't have to. Okay. Good evening, graduates. When I stood on this field last year, I fully expected that we would be in Thompson Bowling Arena for the graduation of the class of 2021. But here we are, celebrating a second consecutive graduation in our own stadium. That's the ironic thing about expectations. We create them in our minds, but nevertheless are often surprised or even disappointed when life takes a different turn and our expectations do not become reality. You entered high school expecting the full freshman to senior experience, engaging and interesting classes, a variety of extracurricular activities, and fun and celebratory events like prom and senior luncheon. We did find new and creative ways to hold some of those events this year, but they were different, as so many things now are. It would be easy, based on your expectations as a freshman, to feel that you were robbed of a significant part of your high school experience. But what if we shift our perspective? What if, rather than focusing on unmet expectations and what was lost, we choose to focus on what was gained? What if we focus on the strength of our community and how we united to support one another? What if we focus on the perseverance of Bearden's students, teachers, and staff who did not falter in the face of tremendous challenges? What if we focus on the courage and grit each one of you displayed as seniors? You lost 5 months of your junior year, and not only did you still earn your diplomas, you rallied to earn millions more dollars in scholarship money than any graduating class in Bearden's history. By shifting our perspective to acknowledge and appreciate what we have achieved, a whole new paradigm opens up. We become focused on learning and growth, which is the mindset needed for change to occur in the world. Actor Chadwick Boseman's words, chosen as your class quote, demonstrate that you, the class of 2021, are already embracing this concept. Given the success Mr. Boseman had already experienced in his short career, I'm sure he had many expectations about his future. But rather than going on to garner still more achievements, he was unexpectedly struck down at age 43 by colon cancer. But before his death, he said this: "The struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose." In our hearts, we know this to be true, but it does not deter us for longing for a life that follows a smooth, linear path over which we have complete control. No matter how many times this fiction is dispelled, and despite our stalwart efforts to avoid hardship, life has a way of knocking us back unexpectedly. Illness, loss, abuse, injury, fear, rejection, disappointment, a global pandemic. We have no control over if and when these factors will upend our lives. The one thing we do have complete control over is our perspective. Let's think about it this way. You did not lose your senior year. Rather, while it was not the experience you had expected, you gained something that may just prove to be far more valuable as you move through life. You are graduating with a hard-earned confidence that you can overcome challenge and hardship. Please allow me to share some of the hardships I witnessed our Bearden community overcoming during your senior year. I saw you adhere to a cumbersome mask policy and get your temperature checked every day as you walked into school. Who could forget that? I saw students walking in a circle in the pit, which we had fashioned into a socially distanced rotary to help keep kids safe during class transitions. I saw a new level of creativity and ingenuity as our teachers and students staged virtual musicals, outdoor chorus concerts, and the members of the Bearden Band put masks over their faces and instruments during class, practices, and performances. Several academic, athletic, and artistic teams continued their traditions of excellence by advancing to competition at the state or national levels. Our virtual enterprise team competed live on Zoom and while wearing masks, yet still scored and advanced to nationals. Multiple teachers and coaches coordinated gym time needed for practices to allow the Bearden dance team to film their video submissions for their nationals competition, which they won. I saw students who appreciated the chance to be in school, even with all the new restrictions and inconveniences. I saw new and veteran teachers adapt to teaching virtual and blended classes and collaborate across departments in ways we never imagined a year ago. I saw students who had always been in a physical classroom tackle the challenge of virtual learning. I watched BBN continue their news programming with masks, distancing, and plastic dividers between the two anchors. I was amazed when a track athlete in your class, despite struggling with injuries through his freshman and sophomore seasons and losing his entire junior season to the pandemic, came roaring back in his senior year to smash decades-old records as he won state titles in both the 100 and 200-meter dashes. Through the contact tracing, quarantines, COVID tests, and all of the other craziness of your senior year, together we made it work. The winter months were the height of COVID cases in Knoxville, and several of our sports teams were asked to adhere to new TSSAA and KCS guidelines. For nearly 10 weeks, only immediate family were allowed to attend basketball games and wrestling matches, and our athletes competed in gyms so empty that the voices of coaches and parents often echoed. A commitment to excellence demands consistency, not just in the big events, but also in the little things. Game in and game out. Our Bearden boys basketball team were the only players that I saw uniformly wear their masks on the bench and remind each other to do the same. They also stayed socially distant and followed guidelines about limiting the number of players on the bench deep into the postseason. Was that the way they had imagined they would play this season? Not in a million years, but they, like many other athletes and students, stepped up, followed rules that were meant to keep people safe, and competed. Collectively, I witnessed the mature young adults in the class of 2021 set aside expectations and do what was necessary, what you were called upon to do in a truly extraordinary time. Can't do Dogathon as an in-person dance marathon, drop the dance, move it outside, and then it rains. Disappointment, yes, but you all still raised $6,000 for Children's Hospital. No SGA-sponsored fall festival fundraiser. You all still found a way to provide Thanksgiving baskets for our custodians and bags of food for the needy at Christmas. Anxiety about not being able to eat with friends when we had to move to 5 lunches to keep everyone socially distanced. Many of you told me the change was relaxing, peaceful, and something we should continue. There are many in this class who suffered personally during the pandemic. Family members and friends were taken by a virus that came upon us swiftly and unexpectedly. Jobs were lost. Families were forced to move. Several of you battled chronic illnesses that sapped your strength. Some of you were hungry on many days. Others had to work to help support their families. And yet you persevered and indeed thrived through a period in our history that has exacted an enormous toll in so many ways. I want to call your attention to one extraordinary act of perseverance. One of your classmates sitting on this field today is the first person in his family to graduate high school. A remarkable achievement in any year, but in a pandemic, I consider this to be a feat of uncommon courage and determination. So here's my question for you today. What else can you achieve by adopting the perspective that your reality is what you make it? If you remember the lessons of your senior year, I believe you will continue to change the world by modeling the behavior you wish to see, making the sacrifices needed for the greater good, and striving for excellence despite your circumstances. I know this because I have seen firsthand how brightly you can shine. I truly do not think there is any way I could be more proud of you. You have earned your spot on this field tonight, and I will remember you as being tenacious and relentless in your pursuit of excellence. There is no place I would rather be than Bearden High School, and I thank you all for allowing me, along with the teachers and staff of Bearden, to be part of your life journey. Congratulations to the class of 2021. And now for the moment you all have been waiting for. On behalf of the Bearden High School faculty, I would like to present the class of 2021, who, having completed the requirements for graduation set forth by the Tennessee Department of Education and the Knox County School Board, are candidates for a diploma. So will the first row please stand?
Y'all barricaded off here now.
Oh, I do. Did I say it right this morning?
Nathaniel Asher Lang, valedictorian.
Ishani Maria Spanier, salutatorian.
Eliza Grace Blackman.
Amelion Ethel Clems.
Natalie Susan Duncan.
Reed Patrick Frederick.
Stephen Cross Fuller.
John Paul Givens.
Allison Ann Kerr.
Jackson Vincent Looney.
Ian Scott Marshall.
Catherine Elizabeth Myers.
Lillian May Louise Nagdeman.
Catherine Alexis Newman.
Constance Georgianne Paris.
Ethan Abraham Peebles.
Kendall Glenn Phillips.
Annabelle Rose Ragukas.
Elizabeth Lane Ralston.
Natalie Elizabeth Rice.
Reagan Michelle Ruth.
Callie Kusar Stivers.
Catherine Vaden Taylor.
Evelyn Calixto Wynn.
Sarah Danielle Yao.
Michaela Duranya Leanne Abraham.
Natalie Michelle Atkins.
Emma Elizabeth Atkins.
Allie Grace Ballinger.
Momin Osama Ahmed.
Virsavia Veladika.
Nicholas James Akagi.
Grace Isabel Russell.
Yusuf Dawood Alani.
Ivan Vitalievich Gyansov.
Zainab Amir Alami.
Aislinn Isana Sharon Cole.
Zachariah Ibrahim Alshawi.
Jack Tucker Adams.
Beckett Paul McRae Anderson.
Aduk Haluk Atia Abdul Khalik.
Alexandra Danielle Anderton.
Madison Alexis Aiken.
Ainsley Nicole Arnold. Jonathan Michael Atanasio. Caleb Matthew Aites. Ryan Mitchell Barkley. Margaret Ann Barker. Devin Alexander Batho. Jack Bertram Belcastro. Shea Hill Pollard Bell.
Rawan Aljabar.
Alice Jordan Berg. Where's your card?
Alicia Sky Alloway.
Alexander Beretta.
Sharif Ashraf Ismail Ali.
Catherine Olivia Boggs.
Marissa Amaya Anderson.
Arbor Quinn Bonensteel.
Rhonda Akkad.
Jacob Cole Bodilla.
Fatima Al-Shamanan.
Jacob Lee Bowden.
Ella Joe Arendt.
Maya Lovelace Bowman.
Hamza Kasim Awad.
Andrew McLean Bozeman.
Lainey Elizabeth Barber.
Isaiah Benijah Breadwood.
Allison Nicole Bear.
Alex Brian Bressendorf.
Alyssa Gabrielle Barney.
Anna Kathleen Bryce.
Anna Elizabeth Beekler. Anna Elise Bell.
Natasha Michelle Brown.
Jocelyn Damaris Benitez Hernandez.
Madison Marie Bryant.
Mikhail Birdal.
Sierra Desiree Burkett.
Lastacia Danae Bishop.
Dylan Hunter Birds.
Joshua Riley Bogle.
Kenya Ayana Burrow.
Jaquez Alexander Boland.
Braxton Dawson Butler.
Isabella Marie Bork.
Alexander Elliott Cannon.
Jackson Charles Bowman.
Rafael Miguel Rodriguez Carrillo.
Monica Sashi Bowman.
Hudaifa Sharu.
Nicholas Ryan Bowman.
Brittany Mae Chisholm.
Caitlin Marie Breen.
Benjamin Trey Church.
Madison Ann Brewer.
Aaron Bradley Clark.
Matthias Conway Brooks.
Michaelia Clark.
Jacob Danielle Bruce.
Garrison Lewis Clower.
Mackenzie Buckley.
Zachary Frederick Coleman.
Haley Nicole Burkhart.
Aspen Marie Cook.
Nadia Danielle Burris.
Cameron Taylor Cook.
Skylar Ann Burson.
Riley Alexis Crane.
Sebastian Anthony Bossy.
Chloe Grace Cross.
Alexa Jade Cabral.
Benjamin Luke Crutchfield.
Emily Elizabeth Carey.
Kiera Shea Curtis.
Tyler Josh Kontunkan.
Lily Drew Daniel. What's your name?
Israel Tunix Castro.
Joshua Vincent Davis.
Alexander Valentin Churyuk.
Paige Geneva Deal.
Jonathan Dennis Clark.
Jonathan Eli Diaz.
Katie Ann Klinkenbeard.
Sebastian Luke Diaz Henderson.
Haley Madison Cobb.
Audrey Ann Dimitrov.
Lukesh Hamang Contractor.
Abigail Lynn Drum.
Brady Douglas Cook.
William Walter Duff.
Eli Sullivan Cowart.
Triton Albert Eden.
Will Bryant Creasman.
Robert Cole Edmondson. Say your name.
William Crisp.
Miriam Wael Al-Wasif. Samuel Alexander English.
Kyle Andrew Cross.
James Russell Estes.
Michael Thomas Cunningham.
Ann Elise Eisen.
Briarka Jasiah Cutright.
Lucas Berkeley Fahey.
Jalen Nicole Daniels.
Elliot Mason Fessler.
Harley Paige Marie Denning.
Megan Elizabeth Flynn. Caleb James Forsyth.
Swanee Paola Diaz.
Ainsley Paige Foster.
Taylor Kathleen Dixon.
Ethan Gerald Franklin.
Reagan McCoy Doherty.
Miguel Angel Gabriel.
Nathaniel Price Duff.
Timothy Webb Galloway.
Connor Matthew Duke.
Christopher Charles Gates Pate.
Christina Lee Edlund.
Christopher Jet Gentry.
Alexander J. Elkins.
Ahmed Ghazi.
Connor L. Eshelman.
Catherine Jean Gibbons.
Owen Reimer Ivan.
Blakely Elizabeth Gleason.
Robert Schreiber Eisen.
Landon Joshua Goodner.
Erin Elizabeth Feist.
Cameron Robert Granger.
Hannah Lee Fine.
Mason Taylor Guyan.
Patrick James Fortenberry.
Liliana Gutierrez.
Amani Najee Foster.
Abigail Lauren Gwynn.
Taylor Bryn Fuller.
Kaylee Beth Hamilton.
Carol Eliana Galindez Munas.
William Cabot Haney.
Kristen McCall Garland.
Chance Reese Hargis.
Ontario Marquez Galt.
Trevor William Harper.
Grace Ann Gherkin.
Abigail Hatcher.
Olivia Nicole Gent.
Jack Ryan Hockey.
Isaac Gerard.
Reese Roma Hedrick.
Tyler Tirafat Glover.
Isaac Hernandez Sosa. Isaac Hernandez Sosa.
Emery Grayson Gore.
James Michael Hinckley.
Jaden Renee Wade Gross.
Madison Delaney Hoskins.
Parker James Guyton.
Joseph Grayson Howell.
Polly V. Guthrie.
Aya Dia Hussein.
Amber Grace Hall.
Danaya Dia Hussein.
Ahmed Hamza Hamad. Sophia Maxine Hamilton. Savannah Faye Hankins. Matthew Christian Harrell. Lily Ava Hatfield. Creighton Bennett Harlextuck.
Lydia Ingerson.
Sydney Ann Hawkins.
Say it again, Hattie.
Olivia
Ahmed
Catherine
Eisen.
High School. Jordan Page Hill.
Nathan Riley Jackson.
Kenna May Holmes.
Joshua Derek Jacoby.
Parker Cole House.
Jalen Trevon Jenkins.
Harrington Reed Hall.
Mimi Catherine Johnson.
Anna Marie Hutchison.
Reagan Elizabeth Johnson.
Jack Ryan Engineering.
Seeley Ann Jones.
Caleb Leander Ingerson.
Grace Ann Jordan.
Lauren Marie Insonia.
Cameron Michael Joseph.
Chloe Jackson.
Rushabi Josie. And Rhea Rushab Joshi.
Ethan Neil Janosek.
Kammerer. Allison Marie Kammerer.
Seth Michael Jenkins.
Thomas Andrew Curley.
Prince Shake Akoe de Leon Johnson.
Eldrick Douglas King.
Mateo Jerome Johnston.
Logan Garrett Kirby.
Graham Lake Jones.
Christopher Mason Klein.
Ethan Michael Jorgensen.
Caitlin Kim Coe.
Ronnie Ala Joseph.
Catherine Grace Lamartina. Mallory Ann Langenberg.
Zoe Jean Jolene.
Ava Renee LaRue.
Maria Nicole Kaufman.
Bayla May Lesko.
Tyson Langford Kimmel.
Holly Anna Leslie.
Owe Kunal Kripakar.
Emily Jane Lewis.
Olivia Gail Noling.
Brandon Reed Limpus.
Elizabeth Francis Kovach.
Emma Catherine Lowe.
Christian York Langlos.
Zachary Stephen Little.
Victoria Angelina Levelat.
Chloe Ariana Mack.
Brennan Joseph Lassard.
Zara Assad Malik.
Alexis Elaine Lamb.
Peyton Ashton Malone.
Chloe Ann Lewis.
Bianca Zulemi Martinez Garcia.
Victoria Diana Lyford.
Madeline Grace Maxwell.
Colton Alexander Lynch.
Liam Patrick McCusker.
Donovan Robert Muttman.
Gabriel Paul McElhaney.
Tulia Marie Mahoney.
Jacob Alexander McIntyre.
Emma Kate Minialik.
Andrew Riley McLean.
John Parker Manier.
What's your? Skylar Meisler.
Owen Lewis Marsh.
Jessica Gazelle Meza.
Tess Ariana Martin.
Leela Elizabeth Miles.
Grayson Reed Mariansky.
Olivia Elizabeth Mize.
Harrison Michael Masters.
Sarah Nicole Moody.
Parker Douglas Maxwell.
Nathaniel Christian Moore.
Henry John McCool.
Rachel Nicole Moriyama.
Chloe Elizabeth McCord.
Tyler Wayne Muncie.
Abby Grace McGill.
Holland Bailey Nab.
Jackson Ryan McHenry.
William Daniel Nelvis. Ken Yok Nguyen. Treasure. Ken Yok Nguyen.
Zania Trejor McLaughlin.
Jacob Ethan Norval.
Mason St. Clair Myers.
Elijah Patrick O'Neill.
James Hugh Milazzo.
Catherine Lee Obear.
Emma Claire Miller.
Justin Kenneth Orler.
Caitlin Michelle Monroe.
Elijah Alexander Outland.
Andrew Dean Moss.
Taylor Kate Pagodin. Parizzi.
Damias Shamar Muncy.
Clara Luz Parizzi.
Obed Mutambula.
Holly Aurelia Parker.
Ethan Eric Neidlinger.
Avinbai. Simi Avinbai Patel.
Jalen Nevels.
Anaya Nicole Patrick.
Colby James Nutt.
Chloe Nevea Pearson.
Connor Michael O'Neill.
James Verner Pelton.
Madison Alexis Oren.
James Aaron Pemberton.
Carlos Osuna. Carly Irene Owens.
Catherine Kent Penrose.
Audrey Carol Palladino.
Morgan Grace Phillips.
Heaven Parvez.
Elise Danielle Pickett.
Mira J.S. Patel.
Emma Kate Poole.
Urmi Mohendra Patel.
Arnold Dwight Posadas Romero.
Marco Ponich.
Liliana Kate Price.
Olivia Kennedy Peak.
Kaylee Lisette Casada.
Anna Kate Pember.
Say your whole name.
Samantha Morrison Pender.
Jawan Kura.
Avery Diane Perkins.
Caden James Rector.
Tyler Jason Phillips.
Delton Reynolds.
Nicholas Houston Plusnick.
Sarah Elizabeth Rice.
Jenny Mariella Portilla.
John Timothy Richardson.
Jack Potter.
Lauren Olivia Roberts.
Austin Pruitt.
Rebecca Lynn Robinson.
Logan Jeffrey Quist.
Alejandro Valiente Rodriguez.
Harley Elan Raposa.
Michael Royman Lanigan.
Bailey Stephen Redmond.
Sammy S. Rudder.
Jalen Michelle Reeves.
Kanat Saeed.
Rachel Grace Rice.
Mustafa Ahmed Salim.
Carter Breck Richards.
Christopher Stephen Sanders.
Cade Jalen Ringer.
Ethan Houston Segrist.
Emily Rose Robinson.
Tyler Clark Seaman.
Logan Marshall Roddy.
Bryce Allen Surratt.
Joseph Anthony Rodriguez.
Ty Christian Surratt.
Riley Reagan Rudder.
Leilu Aiden Sharp.
Tala Marie Sa.
Madison Rose Sheets. Anna Lauren Shockley.
Steve Anderson Salazos.
Laurel X. Smith.
Emma Evangeline Samba.
Brooke Catherine Speed.
Grace Sharon Sapp.
Marina Marlene Siegel.
Cameron, yeah, you got it. Cameron Joseph Segrist.
Christian Elliott Spining.
Jackson Lane Serrett.
Major Sean Stedman.
Vaughn Douglas Shanklin III.
Nicholas Roman Stock.
Savannah Hope Sharp.
Audrey Lene Strucker.
John Morgan Sheringham.
Mary Catherine Taskett.
Drew Stephen Slowinski.
Cameron Allie Taylor.
Anna Jane Snyder.
Cindy Michelle Theobald.
Michael Alexander Smith.
Julia Grace Thornton. Kobe William Tillman.
Clayton Spencer.
Christine Nyok Tron.
Olivia Mackenzie Spurlock.
Christopher Matthew Tricones.
Isabella Addison Steinbacher.
Meredith Ann Tucker.
Nathaniel Christopher Sturgill.
Jackson Christopher Turner.
Madeline Samara Tassel.
Casey Lauren Varney.
Will Isaac Taylor.
Christina Michelle Walker.
Caleb Patrick Thompson.
Spencer Michael Walter.
Joshua Timothy Tukonen.
Emily Grace Watson.
Bryson Reed Trammell.
Elena Denise Weatherspoon.
Hayden Charles Treadwell.
Skylar Hope White.
Anna Miley Trump.
Tristan Michael Williamson.
Cole Elliott Turner.
Mabry Aurora Wilson.
Shannon Nicole Upton.
Alice Rosalind Faith Winchester.
Dylan Wesley Waldbauer.
William Grand Witherspoon.
Derek Lundy Wall.
Wait, aren't you Witherspoon?
Braden Alexander Watkins.
John Charles Wolf.
Julia Janae Watson.
Justin Yanez.
Cameron Weigel.
Parker Landon Zoroff.
Nicholas Craig White. Mackay Savian Williams. Brigham Ethan Wilson. William Andrew Wilson. Hannah Stowe Winter. Anna Brooke Witt. Giselle Maria Yacomis. Elizabeth Martin Young. Michelle Wynn Zong.
As we wait for our graduates to return to their seats, family and friends, please remain in your seats until the graduates have recessed. You may meet your student in the parking lot after they have picked up their diploma. Class of 2021, please stand as your senior committee classmates, Emilian Clems and JP Givens, join me at the podium. It's all yours.
This evening, we have crossed the stage as a symbol of our journey from childhood and adulthood.
Please move your tassels from right to left. And class of 2021, let them dogs bark! Woo!
2021 Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions Party Rentals, Denso, Pepsi, Pilot, and our title sponsor, Enrichment Federal Credit Union. The 2021 Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions Party Rentals, Denso, Pepsi, Pilot, and our title sponsor, Enrichment Federal Credit Union. The 2021 Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions Party Rentals, Denso, Pepsi, Pilot, and our title sponsor, Enrichment Federal Credit Union. The 2021 Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions